Okay, I just got done building this goofy lamp. It's taken a couple of months. So this was started, it was inspired by steampunk stuff, because a friend of mine asked me as a commission to build a steampunk themed lamp for her. This is not that lamp. That lamp was a Christmas present, and I sent it off to her and she loved it, and I will put a link to the video of that lamp in this video. But we started thinking, what the heck does a real steampunk lamp look like? I mean, if you go and you look at Girl Genius comics, for instance, Agatha Heterodyne, there's almost never a lamp in there. They're either carrying one of those old things with a candle on it, with the drip pan underneath of it, or there's just somehow everything's magically lit. There's no lamps in there, even though they've got these things that go bzz, 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 and make all sorts of bright lights. None of them are actually like light bulbs. So we started thinking about it, and we were like wondering what in the heck that would be. And then one day I was down at the Lyceum Museum in Alexandria, Virginia, and there on display were two Fresnel lenses from lighthouses. And I have a picture of this on my phone. Well, let's turn out the lights so you can actually see it. So there's one of them. And the first thing I thought was, holy cow, that for sure is a steampunk lamp. So that became the inspiration to build this lamp, and I built it to look like a lighthouse of sorts. Maybe not a good one, I'll admit. So one of the first steps was the idea of the design. Some things that are intentionally out of proportion. So it's a 5-sided lens with 5 lights that turn around on it, but 6 feet. And you control it with these 3 buttons right here that are basically this little circuit board right here. So 3 buttons on one side, a capacitor, and an ATmega 328 PB on the other side. Now my code's available on my GrabCAD page. I really should start putting stuff on GitHub too, I suppose, but I haven't done that yet. I have an account, but I haven't been doing those kind of things on it. The thing is powered off the bottom by the 2.1 millimeter power jack, and it will run off of a USB on the computer. So that's actually how I'm powering it right now, is off my computer. So the jack just plugs into the bottom, little right angle jack, and it sits there and it goes. Now the lens, well, I'll show you some lights first. So yeah, that's bright, and we'll go through a couple of modes. Whoops. So you can see what's going on and how the lights are individually controllable. So we can do things like this. There's a stoplight. This is going to take too long to show, but this is a randomized pattern, which you look at this and you say, well, this is useless as a light, and you're right. Oh, there's a random mode too, and then there's off. So this is a this is all done in plastic. It's all done with a 3D printer. I have an Ultimaker. So I've got a shade, and this is a Fresnel lens that I modeled up in SolidWorks. And it I left it, I printed it in clear plastic, clear ABS, and I intentionally left it foggy. I could smooth it and it would become relatively clear, but I decided that I wanted to hide the lamps inside. I didn't want somebody to be able to see them. So now that I put the top on it, all I've got to do is give it a little click. So it's made out of, the rest of it's made out of black ABS, and this stuff on the surface is a product called Rub and Buff. So this is a gold leaf. It smells like shoe polish. I think it's copper-loaded shoe polish. Gets all over the place, but it does a job, and it dries out and it doesn't come off, but it starts to get these wear points where you start getting a little bit of black or whatever on it. No. So there's 3 buttons, I said before. One is the mode, one is the color, one is the speed. So if I turn it on, start changing the colors. So we can go through all the different colors that I have available. Basically it's something like 10 colors and different brightnesses. These are color temperatures here. And then there's off. So we'll go to there. And now I can change the mode. So I've got things slowed down right now so you can see it. So here's a very easy version of a lighthouse. And then here we rotate all the colors. Oh, I guess I should have warned you about if you have epileptic seizures or something like that due to flashing lights, stay back. But here we can show the speed changes. The buttons are all debounced in software. They take about 16 milliseconds to activate, which is far faster than I can push it, but it keeps you from getting annoying double clicks. There we go. We're turning so fast, or blinking so fast that it looks like it's always on. Change to a different color. There's basically 20 blink settings. I don't know how well this one shows up there, but here I can see the light going up and down inside the Fresnel lens. The Fresnel lens, by the way, is a 5-inch, in this case, it's a 5-inch sphere. And the nice thing about a sphere is any point that's in the center radiates out and gets collimated in all directions. So this is a 1.5-inch section, or actually it's a 3-inch section of the sphere. It's 3 inches tall in there that got cut off and then cut to be this wide, which is about 1.5 inches, and then you collapse it in on itself so that it leaves the hollow interior. So it's only this thick, but it acts just like a sphere. It works reasonably well, I think. What mode is this? Oh, this is stoplight mode. I wanted to see what this does, how this looks with the top on. So let's speed it up, because we're at the slowest possible speed right now. There we go. So that's like a five-sided stoplight. And I debated some about whether just to turn the entire side green, but I like the way the effect is. So the green's down low and the red's up high. So it mixes the colors along the sides as it goes. And then this is an actual attempt to make it look like an actual lighthouse, and it's done by brightening one up as the one dims. As this one gets to full brightness, this one starts to come on, and this one dims, and then this one comes on, and it does the same thing all the way around. I'm basically spinning a sine wave around the outside, and it doesn't look too bad, it looks like. And then this, I think, kind of cool. Looks like lightning, but it's a snake. I've treated the 15 lights that are on there as a grid, where you'd see the old snake that goes over itself. It won't run into itself, but the pieces of it are different color temperatures, where the head is 10,000 degrees Kelvin, and like 5,000 degrees Kelvin, and 2,500 degrees Kelvin, and so forth, down to just red hot, which is like 900 Kelvin, I think. And then there's this mode, which is just completely random, so it'll go for about 3 seconds, and then it'll switch to any of the modes. So you just never know what it's going to do exactly. It's just going to go do it. And it randomizes the colors in the process too. So that's kind of neat. Except for things that have fixed colors, like the stoplight. Those colors are fixed. It won't change those. And off is one of the modes. It can just turn itself off for a couple seconds and then go on. And then finally, it's off. And that's this goofy little steampunk lamp. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.